Hello everyone, this is our second series in the round of 16 featuring Tomko as the yellow Zerg and Dyno as the orange Terran on Scrap Station. Scrap Station is an interesting map, as I highlighted in the first series that we showcased, Woowitz versus Crisis. Zerg has an advantage. He can really quickly exploit his fast expansion. 15 hatch, 14 pool, it comes to mind. It's very strong in that, aside from Reapers trying to abuse this cliff, which doesn't really exist since there's a ramp, not much Terran can really harass with, at least really early on. Dyno going to be walling off, maybe. There's a small step towards that, this ramp being extra wide, extra friendly to Zerg especially. Is going to be a nice advantage here. Also, the short air rush distance might bring on Banshees, or it might bring on Mutas, which are fun things to watch as they float around the map. One SCV looks like he's going to be putting down his barracks. This other SCV going to be going to scout. And Tomko maybe going with the 15 hatch idea, as he does not have a pull yet. We do have 200 minerals and no sign of the pull being put into production quite yet, and it looks like he is going to opt for that 15 hatch. Timing a little bit delayed on that, but all in all, not that bad of an idea. The scout will get there in time to see it kind of in its infancy and will be able to respond quite quickly. He needs a drone before he makes another hatch or another building, though, as his larva has gotten a little high. You want to make sure that you stay 3 as least as possible, and 2 is preferable, 0 is best. As you continue, wow, look at that. Dyno just going all over the place, randomly spamming. It looks like he's going to attack move with one of these as well, so we'll see a little bit of harassment as time goes on. We do see a tech lab coming on, so your guess is as good as mine. It's a toss-up between Reapers and Marauders. Reapers are more effective against everything but roaches for Zerg early game, and of course Queens. Second barracks going down. We do see a Marine coming out of the Tech Lab barracks, and an SCV just standing around at the incomplete wall. Going to be moving around, maybe putting down another supply depot or another barracks or something here, just to fill the gap. And actually, it might be a factory, as no, it's a supply depot. I psyched myself up. He has the gas for it. Nothing going to be doing though. There's Marine scouting out for that Overlord, which is buried in the corner over here. We do have a pull up. The Queen is nearly out. Double gas. We'll probably see Mutas, and this scout is going to see all of it. Good thing for Dyno, even making his opponent's drones kind of walk around him. The Queen, though, is going to end that, as Tomko will be getting some free shots, but even in death, the SCV mocks them by taking 5 minerals from the line. Nothing being produced for Dyno, save for a Marine. The orbital is nearly up off of 1 gas. We should be seeing a factory go down somewhat soon. But we do see a lair on the way. 3 larvae not in production right now. A few Zerglings, no speed, 2 out, and this Queen will be spitting on the second hatchery. No hotkeys on the map for Tomko, and multiple hatcheries are hard to manage without hotkeys. The factory is going to be going down. A Marine, a Marauder, very balanced force. Another Marine on the way, a Marauder as well, and a Marine standing sentry up at the top just to punish any intrusion by an Overlord. A few Lings running around. The spit has gone off, but it looks like Tomko is supply blocked, at least for the moment, getting 2 Overlords to remedy that as quickly as possible. He could save this spit for later and put down a creep tumor, which will be able to allow his units quick movement between his bases, and also vision if he hops over this to the other side of the debris, not allowing his Terran opponent the ability to see or to take down those rocks and launch a surprise attack. But with the factory being up, will we see a starport on the way? That is interesting, and maybe we won't, as there's a tech lab going down on the factory. Spire in production for Tomko, this Marine trying to join his buddies to kill this Overlord. But I think that Tomko is happy with what he scouted from Dyno, as he did see the factory, lack of starport, 2 Raxes, and stuff like that. So once his Muta factory gets up and the Overlord spawn, we should have about 6, maybe even 7 if he has his expansion's gas. No, so it's probably 6 on the way. This creep tumors will connect and allow him to creep up the map as well, giving him vision as well as increased movement speed. So that'll help in the long run. Tomko missing a spit, but that's okay. He does have 66 energy on his queen, rife for a transfusion. And Dyno saying, "Oh hi JHancho." It's like he's talking through me. I did not spectate this game, I do not believe. So I'm not sure. I'm offline. I'm on a guest account. This is freaking me out right now. We do have a 3rd Rax on the way, no starport, but we do have siege tech and 1 tank out. This unfortunately will be a no match for Tomko's Mutalisks, which have just spawned. 3 out, 3 on the way, maybe even more than that. 1 Overseer, predicting Banshees, but predicting very, very wrong. An eBay and a barracks set to finish, as well as a couple of supply depots. A tank expecting some sort of ground assault, and this small force of Marines is not going to be enough to handle the torrent of Mutalisks that Tomko will throw upon his opponent. He is creeping the map, not yet getting to that vision of this destructible debris, which the Automaton 2000 is guarding with his life. But now we do have Burrow on the way, more Mutalisks, and we should see some action. He is poised to strike with 3 of them, and look how cool that is. It looks like a Zeppelin in the bottom. But yes, Tomko being warded away from Dyno's turrets, and now it looks like this one is holding on for dear life with only 2 hit points. Will hopefully survive the day. No, he doesn't. He gets sniped by these 7 Marines, and turret's going to do their work, kill another Mutalisk, one of the remaining Mutalisks, I should say, and turret spam being what it is, going up all over Dyno's base. He can still find areas to poke, but Tomko's attack proving ineffective, at least for the moment. But he is off of 2 bases, double gas not being used. High in minerals, needs to produce something out of the spit and do it again. Continue the creep highway, very hard to remember to do. Baneling's now on the field for Tomko, and that's kind of interesting. Can't afford speed in a little bit. It is 150, 150, but worth every penny, as you can get up to a bio ball and just say, haha, you're all dead. The lair is not going to be producing much in the terms of tech. No infestor pit quite yet. Speed is on the way, and I'm not sure if he scouted these tanks, but that could be bad for Tomko. It looks like Dyno's going to be moving out. These Banelings are going to be kind of mined in the center. Maybe he knows his opponent enough to know that he will destroy these rocks. In fact, he already has with that small contingent that he put out near the beginning of the game. And ooh, this could be fun. Baneling mines are always great. Look how fast these rocks go down. Not even Zerg can do it that quickly because of the amount of damage that Marauders and tanks do to armored structures. And Tomko is just waiting for Dyno to walk over it just so he can detonate. Oh! Doesn't really do all that much damage, unfortunately. Mutas have to come back as fast as possible. Now all the anti-air for Dyno is down, so these Mutas can have free reign to kill the remainder of the tanks that did not die as the Marauders get pounded by their own friendly fire. Dyno, a supply depot, a super supply depot with extra supply, and says, "Is this my computer?" I don't know, Dyno. Do you tell me? Maybe there's some lag. Dyno losing a supply depot, not in danger, unfortunately, of going under supply, as Tomko continues to poke and prod with Mutas, needs to transition to something else. Those Banelings being effective, taking out a lot of his opponent's anti-air, but these masked Marines will ward them off, at least for a little bit. And I suspect that Dyno knows his opponent has an expansion, and Tomko just waiting and just loving that a command center is being built now for Dyno, so he can conceivably just sabotage it, delay it, and the main for Dyno is getting mined out quite quickly as mules do help. He's saving up some scans, maybe realizing that Burrow was used against him. Tomko retreating with it, building the creep highway to his opponent's base, gaining both the, like I said before, the vision as well as the speed advantage. Using one creep, seeing the layer morphing into a hive. Again, I am wrong. Hive tech off 2 base, interesting play. Usually you see it off of 3 or so. With no push to move. Oh, look at this. Another big bio ball. No more banelings in production. Oh, because they're already there. 7 banelings I can count. Now his opponent is going to go the long way. So the mutas do scout that out, and it looks like he'll have to reposition these banelings a little bit. Doesn't want to get caught off guard, and it looks like he's not going to be doing that, as he expects his opponent to go the short rest distance. Now Dyno retreating from the watchtower as his command center lies dormant, loads up the SCV, 2 SCVs in fact, and heads on over to his expansion. So it looks like Dyno's in it to win it in the long haul, as he kind of turtles up a little bit and allows his expansion to go down. Now these mutas have been kind of neutered in that the amount of Marines on the field have rendered them ineffectual. These overlords having a party in the the longest part of the map. Oversteer, kind of the party pooper, staying by the queen, and we do see that there is some space mining on the future of it, in fact. Now the push coming through the middle, so what do you know? Tomko is right. Ooh, the creep highway dissuading him, unfortunately. And look at this, the wall off, preventing all these SCVs from moving in and catching it, burrowing the super supply depot as the 2 SCVs are at the expansion. Unit-wise, I believe that we have a Terran advantage in the worker count. Woo, that's dangerous. Both players sitting at a bunch of resources, not uncommon. Now the starport coming down quite late, but now Muta's being... push. Oh, look at all these Marines. Look at these banelings. Oh, I'm so excited. I love baneling mines. I love the idea of them. I have not, adapted it into my play quite yet. And look, oh! Oh, man. Look at how much devastation that those guys cause. And now, again, Tomko moving in with most of the anti-air going down. No ground forces, leading to a complete wipe of Dyno's forces, and Tomko has to be feeling giddy for a mere... Ooh, all these SCVs are right for the picking. Go to the expansion, you can do it. Tomko going to the expansion under my force of will, force of threat, gonna pick off as many SCVs as he can, and oh my goodness, clumping them up for mutas is like gift wrapping them. Marines coming down. I'm not sure why Tomko is shying away from this, taking unbelievable damage from those Marines before going out. Now Dyno in desperate need of an expansion and unwilling to oh god, 5 Ultralisks, 6 Ultralisks. I feel like the count, but this count, oh my goodness, nom nom. Ultras are absolutely ginormous. Now this first Ultra just took all the damage from those Marines. Unfortunately, we'll be taking damage from these tanks as well. Mutas come in to support them, and he might lose 1 Ultra here, but I don't think he really cares. The 1 Ultra is down to 75 hit points, and Dyno calls it. Wow. Incredible. Baneling mines are viable, it seems, as Tomko used them to perfection in Game 1 of the series between Tomko and Dyno. So look forward to Game 2. It'll be on a different map. Maybe... we'll see. I don't know. Stay tuned, guys.